Spring is here, and nothing says spring like lavender lemon shortbread cookies. Simple to make and absolutely delicious, melt in your mouth goodness. For this recipe, you will need 1 cup, which is 120 grams of all-purpose flour, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/3 cup, 66 grams of sugar, 1 teaspoon of finely zested lemon, and here I have 1.5 teaspoons of lavender. I use a culinary grade lavender, which you can buy dry in a pack like this, and it's absolutely amazing. You'll also need 1/2 cup, 113 grams of unsalted butter, softened, and finally 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Let's start with this. I don't have a mortar and pestle, so I'm going to use my little grinder here very quickly. To that, I'm going to add my lemon and my lavender. I'm also going to add about a tablespoon of sugar. That should do it. And I'm going to pulse that for just a few seconds. There. Perfect. Just going to beat this butter for about 1 minute. Let's add our lavender and sugar, the rest of our sugar, and our vanilla extract. We're going to beat this for about 2 minutes. Clean the side of your bowl occasionally. That was a full 2 minutes, and this is nice and light and fluffy. All right, let's move on. I am going to add the flour through a sieve and add your salt and sieve this into your butter mixture. Slow speed, combine the flour. I'm going to add a little flour to my workspace. Put this right onto it. A lot of butter in here. And just shape it into a ball. It's very soft. There. And we'll just wrap it in plastic wrap, like so. Put it into the refrigerator for 30 minutes. This has been in the fridge for 30 minutes, and I've let it rest on the counter for about 5 minutes. But this is going to crack as we roll it. Put a little flour on your work surface, and we're going to roll it out, ideally to 1/4 of an inch. Don't worry about the cracks. We will push it back together. So I got about 45 of these little cookies using a 1.5 inch cookie cutter. You can use a larger cookie cutter, which is perfectly fine, maybe a 2 inch or even a 3 inch, entirely up to you. I do keep these cookies around 3 millimeter thickness, around 1/8 of an inch. We are going to sprinkle the top of these with some granulated sugar. And what I like to do is just push down on that sugar a little bit. I want some of that sugar to stay on there. Now, because I don't have many things, these are supposed to go into the freezer, the whole cookie tray, for 15 minutes. Well, I can barely get a blade of grass into my tiny freezer, but what I can do is put these on a dinner plate and put them into the freezer. I can cram that in there for sure. These can go into the freezer for 15 minutes. These have been in the freezer for 15 minutes and they're ready to go on a parchment lined cookie sheet. All right, this looks pretty good. I got them all on there. We are going to put this on the second shelf from the bottom of the oven, and the oven is at 325 degrees Fahrenheit, 160 degrees Celsius. I'm going to bake these anywhere from 10 to 14 minutes, depending on the size of your cookie. These, I imagine, will be done probably around 11 minutes. We're looking for a little light browning, very light browning, around the edge of the cookie. All right, after 5 minutes, you can put these on a cooling rack. Another thing I don't have, as you see in this recipe, there are a number of things I don't have, but it doesn't stop me from giving it a go. So I'm just going to slide this out onto my counter. There we go. I'll let them there for another 5 minutes or so, and then I will taste one. Lemon and lavender, some butter and flour, and you come up with this amazing little cookie, or biscuit if you prefer. I'd like to do a taste test. In full honesty, I've already had 3 of them. They're a lovely little cookie, brown on the bottom, and they're crisp. You get the fresh lemon and the lavender and a little bit of sugar that we put on top. You get the butter. It's absolutely gorgeous. I think if you make this and eat it, you're going to love it. Bye for now.